Hey everybody, it's your old pal Robert from ThrillRide.com. How you doing? So today I'm visiting a place called the Vintage Arcade Superstore. That's it, the Vintage Arcade Superstore, which is this quiet little storefront here in Glendale, but it is one of the largest repair shops and resellers of secondhand arcade equipment in California, they say, and maybe the country. I don't know, but I've been very excited to get in here and take a look around. So yeah, they got a showroom full of working machines too. Very excited to see that. So let's take a look. Heading into this incredible, almost like Raiders of the Lost Ark style warehouse of all kinds of old equipment, cabinets, monitors. Wow. Yeah, this is crazy. So I guess, yeah, you can either buy a completely assembled cabinet, or if you just need spare parts, you can find them here. Oh wow. And they are labeled by the different kinds of arcade equipment. So cool. Boy, there's one I've never seen before. Asteroids Deluxe. Somebody's got it in here for a warranty repair. Cool.
That'll be it. Thank you so much for your help.
I love that cabinet artwork. That's awesome.
You doing it?
Oh yeah, I remember Spy Hunter. This is an old favorite. When did they? I know at some point they were talking about making a movie out of this. I wish we'd get that happening. I think The Rock was going to star in that. God, yeah, you can just imagine the miles of wires that go into these pieces of equipment. Crazy. Oh yeah.
Well, that's good that you're looking into it.
Man, this workshop just goes on and on. Cool. And here's a Stone Cold classic. Yeah, now I do appreciate video games, but I'm a pinball guy. I go with the classics way back, and man, this Playboy machine, I remember this from way back in the day. I played this thing in college. This is a true icon of pinball history. So along with the workshop, they have this adjacent showroom with plenty of video games, but this is what has me really excited. Look at all this pinball. Oh yeah. Ah. Plenty of IP-based machines, but yeah, then you get the occasional original IP classic here, like Fire from Williams. Yeah, this goes way back. Yeah, and of course some of these machines that, when the video games started coming online and pinball started to fight back by incorporating some video game technology into the back glass, or sometimes even on the table itself too. It's pretty cool. I've never seen this one. A couple of racing themed games. Very cool. Oh man, yeah, and this one here. Obviously not operational, but boy, look at that. That goes way back with the analog counters and everything. Chicago Coin. I think that's the predecessor to Williams. I'm not 100%. Well, it's too bad the firepower machine isn't working. This is another one I wasted a lot of money and a lot of time in my college arcade pumping quarters into this bad boy. I think this is one of the first multi-ball games too. So great, but amazing table, a lot of great action, super fun game. Another great name from the history of pinball, Gottlieb Not a huge fan of their tables, but they certainly had a lot of impact on the industry. And boy, this play ball, this is a really early, look at that, only 4 digits in the counter, and it's a 1-player only game. Now, Earthshake, I've never heard of. That's a Williams table too. They were always my favorite. Yeah, in the later years, they started adding more ramps and levels and all kinds of interactive physical pieces. Yeah, Williams is the best. I love their machine so much. Yeah, sorry this one isn't working, but a good friend of mine I know would love to have this machine in his house. And $7,000 too. Not bad. No idea what the gameplay is like on this thing, but gotta love that theming. By the way, y'all heard that new single? AC/DC, 6th decade of rocking it, and they're still sounding phenomenal. Love that. And I mean, come on, look at that detail. It's fantastic. The original Black Knight is another amazing precedent-setting Williams machine. This, I think, is a sequel called A Sword of Rage, and I believe there may have been 1 or 2 sequels, but yeah, the original Black Knight, one of my favorite machines of all time. Well, how do you like that? They very kindly turned on this bank of machines here, so yeah, let's take another look at this AC/DC table. Very cool. Yeah, and here's another great IP-based machine. I've never seen this one before. It's actually pretty decent portraits of the stars. Yeah, old Williams machine too. Yeah. Didn't I hear they were talking about a sequel to this? Maybe. Yeah, here's another Gottlieb machine. And pool table themed games seemed to be a thing for a while. I know Williams had a couple. I think 8-Ball Classic was one of theirs. That was a pretty decent machine. And this one is new to me. Another great old Williams machine. And you can't argue with the Universal Monsters theming. That's pretty awesome. There they are. The original Dream Team, baby. Yeah, this is one of the early attempts to bring a lot more video game into the world of pinball. Kind of a short table and a little stubby looking, but it was a pretty bold experiment. I remember playing this back in the day. Some pretty cool table details too, like that. Yeah, look at this. Getting back into some real old school stuff here. This is cool. Bon Voyage, Mars Trek, nice. And of course, it's great to see the Pac-Man franchise moving into pinball territory. Ballyhoo Twister. That's another machine I've never seen before. Oh man, look at this. Oh, I'm sorry the back glass isn't up because this is a Terminator machine. Do you remember playing this one too at a bowling alley years and years ago? Oh, so good. And you gotta love some of the artwork on these Williams cabinets. Really nice. Well, you TNG fans, that is very much a 70s era back glass. Very cool. With all apologies to the copper tone girl.
You know what zipper flippers are?
Well, I'm glad to see this Bally Fireball is sold because this is easily one of the best machines ever created. Nice little spinning turntable on the main. Right in the center there, just, oh, so much great action on this game. Yeah, Tri-Zone's another game I used to play back in college. Oh man. A lot of good memories coming back in here. And here's another pretty old school machine, but you got the 5-digit counters. Nice. And just look at that groovy art. So good. And there you go. If you want to see what the bottom of a pin table looks like, that's it. And this is a pretty old machine, so I would imagine they are way more complicated today. But yeah, that is quite a tangle of wires. Yeah, Adam's Family, another great machine, and here they are.
Yeah.
And that's some TLC.
They giving you a hard time?
A little bit. You just gotta get this.
I feel like you were saying earlier with the tea candles.
So here's a really old Williams kind of baseball machine. I remember seeing this at a gas station when I was a little kid in my neighborhood. Not quite pinball, but a pretty fun alternative.
Does it need to be pushed in?
So yeah, the ball would get pitched from underneath that green strip, and then you would swing that bat to try to hit various singles, doubles, triples, and homers. Yeah, I was never big into any of the hunting video games. This cabinet, though, you gotta love this artwork. It's pretty impressive. Got 4 classics right here: Ms. Pac-Man, Pac-Man, Mortal Kombat, and Donkey Kong Jr. I'm sure a lot of you folks have played these games many old times. By the way, I highly recommend that series on Netflix called High Score, kind of the history of the video game industry. Really fun. Although I've never played this game, I can tell you, sight unseen, it's a better experience than watching the movie upon which it is based. Yeah, I can say that confidently. As much as I do love the glitz and the flash of some of these newer models, there's so much going on with all the lights, the different physical elements, the ramps. It's kind of distracting. You really have to play these tables a lot to get a feel for what you need to do and where you want to shoot. Yeah, that's a pretty cool detail. Yeah. Some of these things are like little mini roller coasters in here for the ball. Yeah, again, not a huge Gottlieb table fan, but oh, this black hole machine, I think I remember playing this as well. And if I am remembering correctly, the back glass had a spinning multi-level element. So you had this kind of layered black hole animation there. Yeah, I think this is one of their wide body tables too. Very cool. Oh yeah, dig that funky flipper arrangement. There, the video screen just came on down there. Look at that. That's beautiful. I think part of my love for the Black Knight franchise is that logo. It's a really. Ooh, there we go. There's a dramatic reveal. Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. The burning fireplace in the back. Wait, it's getting a little blown out. Let me pull back, see if we can get that. Oh, that's a gorgeous table. Nice. Oh, now, how do you go wrong with that name? Sword of Rage. Yeah. And I remember, too, back in the day when Williams first introduced the talking pinball machine with Gorgar, and that became a standard feature. Oh, I just got him to talk. Let me see if I can get him to talk again.
Give me your money.
Sir, yes, sir.
I'm cooking with gas.
see, some of these older tables, they started to add more physical elements, but kept it pretty open in the main area in front of the flippers. You really had to aim properly to get it to the back where all the goodies are. I had no idea there was ever a Close Encounters based pinball machine, and one with these incredibly retro looking graphics. I never would have guessed this was a contemporary of the actual movie. So cool. Well, I guess Richard Dreyfuss is already in the ship and it's departing. No sign of him here in the crowds below. So again, I'm not a huge video game player, but back in the day, Tempest was so my jam. One of these early vector-based Atari games. And when we got a chance to talk to Nolan Bushnell, who we got to interview on the season pass, and when I told him Tempest was my favorite video game, he said it was his too. That was a magical moment for me. Me and Nolan bonding over Tempest. There it is. Right. So one of the very helpful workers here explained that the other Fireball machine I was looking at was actually a later machine called Fireball Classic. And this is the original Fireball, which makes more sense because the back glass on the other machine looked faded and yellow, but that's what it was meant to be. And the original has the full red and orange demon hurling fireballs. You can see in there, there's the spinning table that would just kick the ball in random directions if it ever got close. So great. And there it is, the game that basically put Nintendo on the map. And it can be yours for less than $3,300. That's tempting, gotta say. This is another franchise-based pinball I've never seen before, and at first I thought, oh, it's a good sign that Stern is still making pinball machines, but then I realized Avatar came out maybe, what, 10 years ago? So who knows? Who knows what they're doing these days? But it's good to know that I think Stern is still making machines. Well, there you go. I think that is going to wrap this one up, and man, what a fun time. I'm sorry this isn't more available for gameplay, but it is good to know that there is this group here in Glendale giving lots of love to older machines and keeping them viable and keeping the secondhand market lively and thriving. And definitely heard some good news about pinball, that is new pinball machines that are being made, new companies, some company called American Pinball, and Stern still very active. So yeah, pinball lives, baby. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.